Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pathfinder Plays, and today we are going to be talking about Valheim. Let's get into it. So Valheim has essentially come in and taken the world, at least the gaming world, by storm. My god, I'm pretty sure I would describe it as the gateway drug to survival games. I mean, you have people who have never played survival games in their life playing a survival game now. You have players who have always played survival games like me playing Valheim. What is it about Valheim that makes it so widespread and accepted of all these different kinds of players? I have no idea. It has a lot of tangible qualities that we can talk about for sure, but there's something in my eyes that's very intangible about it. It's such like an invisible quality that makes it so great. And I've heard this espoused by many people who have played the game, and they say things like, for the first time in a long time, I have felt adventure again. I have felt mystery again. I have felt a sense of exploration and thrill again. People are motivated when playing this game to build, to explore, to fight, to upgrade, to do so many things. This is a game that people are actually appreciating the grind. And a lot of times the grind is awful, it's boring. It's like the end game of any MMO you would ever play. It's just awful, dungeon after dungeon after dungeon. But I have come across many players who are actually purposely slowing down progression in the game. I'm talking like bronze level, which is like a tier 2 tool and armor, and they're on like day 250. They are purposely slowing down their progression in the game because they don't want to beat it yet. They want to just milk. They want to milk as much of the content and joy out of this game as possible. And that's really cool to see. It's good to see passion in the gaming industry from the players. People who can stop bickering about which is better, Scum or DayZ, or maybe you have the fanboys over here saying, oh, Rust is better. Don't forget about Rust. No one cares. No one cares. But you know what people do care about? Valheim. That's what they care about. And I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's the Viking theme. Maybe it's the voxel and the low poly graphics. Maybe people see it as a more mature version of Minecraft, perhaps. I mean, the graphical quality of it is very interesting to me because, yes, it's low poly in visuals, but also it looks beautiful. It looks really, really good. And I'm not sure, I just never expected it, I suppose. And I'm a fan. And the game has a lot of things that everybody would like. And I called it the gateway drug to survival games because it's easy to grasp. You take a game like DayZ and it's just hardcore, right? You're dropped on this island, you have no idea who you are or why you're there or what the frick happened. You have no idea about crafting, you have no idea about the map, you just don't know. And if you were to play SCUM, it's the same thing, only like manifold, because now you have the metabolism to worry about and you're like, what the frick do? I don't understand what's going on, man. But now it's fantastic because in Valheim, no, it doesn't really hold your hand whenever you start playing the game, but let's be honest, it doesn't take a genius to be walking around with nothing in your possession and you see an icon that says, oh, pick up the rock, pick up the branch, and you're going to pick up the rock and the branch because in your mind, you're going to be like, well, maybe I can make something with this. And then wouldn't you know it, you pick up an ingredient and the crafting menu gets updated. It's genius. People who have no idea what the flip to do know what to do then. It's so great. It rewards you for being curious. And I think that's what's a really big allure to the game. And the crafting tiers, that like the tech tree, some would call it, is super simple. And it's meaningful. It's meaningful progression. And like you start out with primitive gear like bone tools or stone tools. You got some like a flint axe that you can upgrade to and like a bone pickaxe, and you can work your way up tiers like bronze and iron and whatever the flip is after that. So it's really, really cool, and you can take your time doing this. There's literally no rush. You can play solo, you can play co-op, you can play up to 10 people on the map right now. And the map is massive. And so it gives you just all this opportunity to improve. And I think that's what's really, really attractive to a lot of people is that they feel a meaningful sense of progression in this game. Now, I could get into a conversation of why that is. What is it about progression in video games that, even if you have progression in real life, just makes it so sweet? I don't know, maybe it's like the cherry on top of your life to where you're just like, I want more. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just cocaine and not a cherry. Who knows? But the base building is fantastic. Once again, there's various tiers of base building as well. You got wood, stone walls, whatever, man. And so it's really great. So you got the base building, you got your friends you can play with. It's a very satisfying solo experience as well. I stream it on occasion and I play solo usually. It's fantastic. You never know what you're going to run across. There's various types of enemies that are really, really cool. I mean, you got little woodland creatures like greylings or gray dwarfs. You got like a gray dwarf brutes. You got a gray dwarf flipping druid or whatever the heck it is that like casts spells on you. They drop different gear that you can use to sacrifice to get to spawn in special bosses. You got trolls, and I think the trolls could do with a reskin. They look kind of weird, but there's something strange about that face that is very off-putting to me. And the first time I came across a troll, I about cried, because that thing does not stop chasing you. Enemies are rather persistent.
Holy frick. Holy, oh my god, he's bullying me. Oh my god, no, frick.
Yep. They are very persistent in them wanting to kill you. As far as exploration, I mean, I think there's like 4 or 5 different biomes, man. And you start off in the meadows area, and it's nice. And it's kind of like the beginning stage of the Alliance in World of Warcraft. Everything's green, pretty. You're killing boars. It's just nice and dandy. And next thing you know, you're like freaking raiding Orgrimmar, essentially. But it starts out pretty low-key, pretty fine. And then you can go into like a lava area, a winter area. There you can sail on the flipping ocean. Apparently there's a sea serpent. Who the flip knew that? And so you have all of these things coming together, right? You have all of these different aspects that are just coming together to make a really great game. And what happens whenever all of these different user-friendly, meaningful, attractive elements of a survival game come together is that you get 2 million sales in like 2 weeks. You get like the most played Steam game almost ever. It's just mind-blowing to me. And this whole game is a statement, man. You don't need amazing graphics. You don't need a complex system for survival. You don't need mass amounts of players per server. It doesn't do any of those, and yet it is so stinking successful. It was like day 1 streaming on Twitch, like 500, day 2, 20,000, day 3, 200,000. It's just insane. It's blowing my mind. Really, it is. The game is a statement. And I'm excited because this game, like I said at the very beginning, the whole point of this video is that it is a gateway drug for survival games. People don't like the survival games. They don't like the struggle, right? But they do here because it's more palatable. You don't need to worry about hydration, really. All you need to worry about is eating enough food. If you have enough food, then your health bar and stamina bar goes up. That's it. That's the only survival mechanic besides like crafting. And it works. People love it. Now I have my own preferences on hardcore survivals and things like that. And I have my gripes about how the stamina system may work, but who am I to argue with success? Maybe I'm wrong in my preferences. They're freaking selling 2 million plus copies, and they've been live for like only 2.5 weeks. What do I know? They clearly know what they're doing, and the community clearly knows what they want, right? But I'm just saying that this is a good thing for survival games, because right now the survival genre is a subgenre of the action genre. But what happens if the survival subgenre gets so flippin' popular that it kind of surpasses other action genres, right? That it surpasses like adventure genres. What happens whenever action games or adventure games or sci-fi games start implementing survival themes like food and hunger and sleep meters into their game mechanics. Would those not technically be survival games now? Is the potential via popularity for survival games to surpass these other genres and these other genres to thus become subgenres of the survival genre? Is it possible? I think it is. I think it is, because we are seeing a shift in preferences of video games. Rust is a great example as well, to where there are tons of new players going to that game all over the place. SCUM is reaching all new highs for average player bases and peak player averages. DayZ, the same thing. Valheim, millions of people are playing it. And these are all survival games. And it is absolutely amazing. And so I just wanted to make this video to say that Valheim is a flipping gateway drug for the community. And I'm really excited to see what comes after Valheim. It's only early access, by the way. It's not even done. But I just wanted to put out this video, share my thoughts on why I'm excited, because Valheim is something else. And it represents something greater than itself. It may have amazing success in its own essence, but what it does for the survival genre as a whole, that has yet to be seen. And I think it can only be positive because it brings so many fresh eyes. It brings so many fresh eyes to the genre. And once people succeed and get their taste and their feel of survival in this game, they're going to go and they're going to move on to more hardcore games like SCUM or DayZ. It can only be good things. And all that being said, thank you to my members. You guys are absolutely fantastic. If you guys are interested in being a member and supporting me just a little bit, 99 cents a month for a bunch of cool little perks that will be given to you upon purchase. And for the rest of you guys, if you like scares, survival, and scavenging, consider hitting that subscribe button, that like button, share this video with your friends, and I will see you all in the next one. Path out. Oh, that is terrifying. Wait, hold on. My house is over here. I am out.